Hey everyone, Patrice here, back with an Apex video. Yep, Season 3 came out, so I had to check it out. I have played Crypto for a few days now non-stop, still getting used to the new map. I like it, but the loot does kinda suck. I mean, mid-game and end-game you still run with blue or white armor. But enough about that, let's get to Crypto. As always, all the timestamps will be down below, so skip to wherever you need. Number 1. Skills. Crypto has 3 skills, but with Crypto we got an extra new button added on. For PC it's automatically set to H. Which means in total we got 4 buttons, unlike a lot of other heroes 3. But it isn't a skill, it's just a button to cancel out your drone and get it back. Very useful button if you think your drone's about to get killed and you can press it and maybe get your drone back before it gets destroyed. But it does stay in one place like a second after you press it, so that's enough time to destroy it. Now I wish they would add this to Wraith Teleport and Pathfinder's Ult and etc, since it would be nice to cancel out those abilities as well. Anyway, the passive Neuralink is an obvious one. Whenever your drone sees the enemy, you see it as well, and it also gets tagged for your teammates. The tag that happens also counts for enemies, so they can hear it and should be aware that you've seen them. Just like Bloodhound's Q gets alerted to enemies, same thing with this. And as soon as your drone dies or stops seeing the enemy, the marker immediately vanishes. So it's not like Bloodhound where it stays for like a second after, it immediately turns off. Which actually makes a lot of sense. It also works the same in the smoke or caustic gas. It's able to track enemies for the entire team, so works pretty damn well with Bangalore rushing. Quite simple so far. Let's move on to the active ability which makes the entire kit work. Active and ultimate, surveillance drone and drone EMP. This video will be a bit different from my previous since the ultimate works only with the drone, which is active skill. So I'll mix active skill and ultimate together in this video, also adding passive to here and there as well because, I don't know, this entire character just works off his active ability really. Have you ever played Rainbow Six Siege? Well, then think of this like a drone in that game. It's almost the same, one bullet of any weapon will kill the drone, it sees enemies and marks them, but if you're further than 30 meters away then it won't automatically mark. But you can still see and ping. If you haven't noticed the meter counter, it's right there. So you can always tell if your drone will automatically ping or not. That's important because if you leave your drone to cover your ass as an alarm, you want it to be able to ping the enemy from where you hit it. As I've said, the drone is really damn weak. It can get destroyed by any weapon from one bullet or one pallet from shotgun bullet. It also gets destroyed if you're blocking the door. As soon as the door is open towards the drone, it will be either pushed away or destroyed. The drone can also kinda go through walls sometimes. If you place it facing away from the wall and push back and exit the skill at the same time, then sometimes that drone actually travels through the small walls, such as glass for example, which is a bug and probably will be fixed, but for now you can abuse it. Another thing is that the storm doesn't do damage to the drone, so you can potentially hide in the storm. The enemy will hear it but won't be able to see it since the storm is colored red, which makes perfect hiding spot for the drone, which has also red bright light coming from it. Few more physics on the drone. If you play with Pathfinder then he can grapple onto your drone, which will let you then fly the Pathfinder further away to wherever you want. This could be useful in an open area where there's not much to grapple on. Perfect way to drop on top of enemies with a grapple and EMP at the same time. Sadly, you cannot stick an arc sight to the drone like you can with Pathfinder. That'll be a really cool tactic with a lot of damage output. But the arc sight just bounces off the drone instead of sticking to it. With the drone you can open and close doors, that's called hacking instead of opening. Furthermore, you can open supply bins, that's very useful mid and late game when you have good enough loot but still don't want to miss out on any gold or purple stuff. So you can just fly around, open stuff safely and see if anything worth going for. But by far the most important thing is that you can pick up banners from fallen teams. Even if your drone gets destroyed, it will still count. So you don't have to carry banners back to yourself, just pick it up and you're good to go. I think this is a game changer. If your team gets wrecked and you want to just get out of there, that's the way to go. Be careful though since the drone is super loud to the point where it's louder than the footsteps if it's close, which works as a great distraction and decoy as well. If you hide it from the enemy behind walls and they will keep searching for it, that will give you time to sneak up on them. But on the other side it's very easy to hear it and spot it. I believe this drone will become similar to Mirage Decoy, where after a few weeks people will be used to destroying it, and it takes only one bullet, so I would recommend to keep it around obstacles and ground. Put it in the sky only when you prepare for it to be destroyed. From my experience, that makes it a lot harder to destroy even when people know where it is. You see, as soon as you hear the word drone, you kinda imagine sky and being high above. But I say keep it low, close to rocks and walls, so you can get the position or use your EMP and get the drone out of there before it gets destroyed. It moves a bit faster than any legend, so dodging bullets in a closed environment isn't as hard. but it moves the fastest when you go straight, just like with Legends. If you fly backwards, it will be a bit slower than you would go full on straight. If you choose to play Crypto, you pretty much always have to scout from now on. On your way to resurrect your team, scout in front. On your way to enter the next cycle, scout the entrance. Entering in the new area, you guessed it, scout. Just like Siege Drone, use it before enter everywhere. Well, that is unless if your team is rushing and you have to be next to them all the time, or otherwise they'll get wrecked 3v2, which happens very often when you play with randoms. This brings me to my next point, working in team with a drone. This is a difficult one and highly depends on your team. There's few tactics. You either scout in, use EMP and all of you rush in, or you scout in, use the EMP and your team rushes in 2v3 and gets wrecked. A lot of people will hate you because all you're going to do is fly on your drone and ping the enemies. In some cases, that's a good tactic. For example, if you suck at shooting and you will get killed anyway, then might as well be a scout. Bring info and hopefully use EMP on all 3 enemies, dealing 150 damage in total to all of their shields. So you don't need to aim. But if your team is same as you or even worse, then keep in mind you have to keep close to them or they will die instantly. Specifically randoms. So instead, you want to either quickly use drone EMP and rush, or use your drone to protect yourself from being third partied. So cover your ass with the drone automatic targeting system. Use it as caustic or Watson traps whilst you keep with your team at the same time. This game is all about getting third partied or doing it yourself, so even using it like that is good enough. EMP is not almighty and it ruins some stuff, but don't think that caustic or Watson is an easy target. Watson ult doesn't get affected even for a moment, so she can quickly replace entire area in traps all over again, if not rushed quickly. And Caustic has its ultimate that cannot be stopped, so don't be afraid camping mains, you should be relatively okay. Just don't waste your ults. One little note mainly for PS4 and Xbox players, the flight mode button you see on your drone is something that keeps your drone flying straight, without going down or up. So that might make it more comfortable, but as for PC players that's not really that important. Now let's talk about positioning. If you catch yourself in a really bad position, then don't be afraid, you can always go in with the drone and EMP the enemies. From my experience, everyone straight away starts to recharge their shields without thinking anything else. So that gives you and your team around 3-4 seconds to reposition. You can even use your EMP, immediately get out of the drone. That way you be out before the EMP will even explode, since there's a little animation before it explodes. Unfortunately, you cannot just drop the drone whilst running without going into the drone vision. That would be useful in situations like when you're looting and you just want to drop it at the exit and carry on running, or when somebody is chasing you and maybe you want to get some, information on them. But you cannot do that, it will always put you through the animation and then into the drone, and then you have to press the ability again to get out. But what you can do is slide forwards. If it's a hill, even better. Then drop your drone and immediately spam the skill button so you get out as soon as the animation goes through. After some practice you'll be able to do it fast enough before you completely stop sliding, and eventually you're going to get fast enough to use it in the middle of the battle. When an enemy Bangalore for example drops the smoke and you need to see, so you drop your drone. It will still have a tiny drawback and slow you down just by a little bit, which does make you vulnerable. Now talking about weaknesses, please keep aware of your surroundings and where you're hiding before activating the drone, and constantly look at your health and the screen flashes. You'll get flashing screen if you're getting hit on the character, because I had quite few funny moments where Crypto wouldn't even hear me killing him, or literally droning to his face and EMPing. Or sometimes I was the clown, where I didn't hear or see and got run up on. Or I was in my drone for too long and then when I came out, my team was already far away and I got wrecked by a full squad running past. An extra thing I noticed is that the EMP does not destroy enemy drone, so it won't be who quicker draws wins. Think a bit outside the box and sometimes use the drone as just a tiny alarm on one entrance to cover your ass or your team's asses. You can also heal in peace knowing that you are safe, or use it as a decoy just to slightly distract the enemy to another side whilst you do what you want. It's not just for scouting or pinging everything, since your team will go in on their own and die. And when you do leave your drone peeping on enemies, try hiding it as well as possible in debris, trees, grass or confusing constructions, and etc. Now moving on to team composition and counters. Starting off with Bangalore. Amazing teammate. Since Bang can throw her smoke miles away, just ask her to cover your drone or smoke the building where you're going. That way, first you can EMP safely, second, as long as you keep your drone on the enemies, you get to see their exact locations, whilst they get to see nothing. Also because of this feature, you counter Bangalore pretty damn hard. Bloodhound. Pretty decent teammate but unnecessary. You both do the same job, so rather pick one. Bloodhound kinda counters you since with his speed boost, he can rush in and find your hiding spot whilst you are on your drone assessing your team, and then he will hunt you like a dog. But at the same time, if you hide pretty damn well and been sitting in this area for a bit, he shouldn't see your tracks too early, so you have some time. Watson, pretty balanced outcome here. You do counter her active, but her ult stays strong, and she can place her traps all over pretty fast under her ult, and recharge the shield you broke or a percentage of it. She can be a really good teammate for you as well, because she can protect you by placing traps all over the place where you're hiding and putting their ultimate so grenades can't hit you either. Gibraltar. I guess he's okay, he can't really counter you in any way, neither can you, but as a team you can plan an attack and tell exactly where to drop Gibby's ult by pinging, so that's pretty useful. But rather than that, there's not much to be said here. Caustic is similar to Watson, you can't stop his ultimate but you can break his traps, also you can see him through his gas, and your drone doesn't get destroyed by it either. As a teammate he also works similar to Bangalore, you can see through his gas, and if you drop his ultimate at the same time with your EMP, that will slow the enemies down and hide you at the same time. Plus, since EMP does damage to shield and gas does damage straight to the health, overall they should be pretty easy picks for Caustic alone in his gas. Lifeline is always pretty decent teammate, especially on this map where there's barely any good loot. But your drone can save you from lifeline ult rush, since you can scout around and see if anyone's coming towards the drop, and ping them if necessary or ambush them. Whilst getting healed up by her bot, you can drone around and make sure everything is safe, or look around for loot to see where you should go as soon as you heal up. Your EMP doesn't break her passive shield, so she can still res in peace, but it will damage her armor. One thing I didn't get an answer to is, can Lifeline healing bot be destroyed by your EMP or not? If any of you know the answer, please comment it down below. Now moving to Mirage, nothing outstanding here, your drone works better than his passive together with the decoy, and his ult still covers his ass pretty well. If you inform and drop your drone correctly, then he actually can do a perfect flank under his ult, so that work as a good engagement and a distraction. Your drone will not see through his decoys nor his ultimate, so I guess he kinda counters you since he could potentially confuse and hide away from your third eye. Now Octane is perfect for rushing in. He can catch up with your drone pretty well and drop in with the EMP charge together. Also he can leave the ult next to you for you to catch up with your team after you're done droning, so that speeds up the process. But it will only work with proper teammates, not randoms. He's a really good rushing legend, so if he somehow knows where you are, you're going to get wrecked pretty fast if you're sitting on your drone. I guess he can run out of your EMP curve pretty fast. The slow of the EMP is not as much of slow to him because of his active, but it still is a slow. Pathfinder is pretty fun combo. Since he can grapple to your drone, there's a lot of fun stuff that could be made out of this, but the drone is kinda small, so he has to be pretty skilled. His ult also works well since he could give you a quick way to catch up with the team after you're done droning, similar as Octane and Wraith. The same way he can use the drone against you and grapple onto it, use it to get away or attack, but it's easier to just shoot it and destroy it. Other than that, you don't really counter each other. And last but not least, Wraith also can hide away from your passive, but if you are on your drone you will see her phasing. Her passive works under the drone too, so she will hear voices if you are looking at her even if it's further than 30 meters. But that still doesn't really make her your counter. As a teammate, the ultimate works pretty well together. She could rush with your EMP under her ult, drop her teleport so you can go into the fight as soon as you're done droning. Also, if you have Bangalore on your team as well at the same time, you can even smoke to make it even harder for the enemies. Moving to my point 3, pros and cons. First, pros. Very safe pick, can drone out dangerous zone, etc. Picking up team badges with drone is a game changer. Sees through smoke and gas, breaks traps, good to counter campers. Even if you can't aim, you can still break shields in total of 150 damage. Good support legend, can keep his own ass covered. Drone can be used as a nice decoy and as an arc star. Pretty short cooldown if the drone gets destroyed. He has pretty cool skins on him. And now the cons. No escape abilities. Drone animation are pretty slow and you can get killed before even having a chance. Completely open if piloting the drone. Easy to recover shields. Before the EMP even goes off, people can start already charging their shield cells. Drone is super loud and can be easily destroyed. Can't use ult or passive without the drone. Average hitbox, so you can't use it as an excuse. I would say he's a new player friendly, but to use his drone properly and being with your team at the same time can be pretty challenging and need some practice with choice making. And that's all I can think of as of right now. Number 4. Conclusion. Alright, after this amazingly long video, what do I think about Crypto after playing him? I like him, honestly, but as of now I can pretty much see him being similar to Mirage. Starts pretty well and there's a lot of dummies who don't know how to destroy the drone yet. So you can abuse it for now. But after a few weeks or month time, everyone will be seeing right through it and destroying it faster than you can do anything. But at the same time, you can use it through walls and you can also keep it at the ground level so you can dodge bullets and stuff. Either way, the sound will always make it bait. Also, I don't really like the long animation since you can't move until you get off the drone completely. A lot of people seem to just run around with the drone and forget about their body, so the team ends up fighting 2v3 and then usually end up dead. Or sometimes your team will completely leave you even that you are actually trying to scout ahead and keep them safe. This is a fast-paced game and the fact that you need to travel same distance twice now with your drone and then with your body can make the gameplay pretty slow and sluggish, which again will separate the team and either they will get killed or you get caught out by a random passerby team on your own. So in my opinion, it's pretty damn hard to keep balance with your team and also even harder to work with randoms. But I like him and I will keep playing him. Maybe a Crypto main now, perhaps? Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please do subscribe and help me out by pressing the bell and like button. I do post a lot of Borderlands 3 content right now as well, but I keep myself up to date with Apex every time some big update comes out. In the future, I will keep doing other guides and tips videos on all sorts of games, so I'll appreciate the help. If I did miss anything, which I definitely did, please don't sacrifice me and have mercy. Just comment it down below and I will give it a heart or even stick it to the top so everyone can see. I'm sure in a month's time people will come out with all sort of crazy shit. I'ma head out now, so watch your back in Apex since I'm gonna come for that ass, boy.